What time is it? I'll tell you, it's Christmas Eve. Guess what? We've got some insider knowledge. This man right here next to me, he was in the Air Force. Air Force, what did that have to do with anything? I'll tell you. Planes?
Planes. Air.
Air. What else? What is in the air?
Air, oxygen.
Minerals. What is sometimes something that's in the air that people don't like to believe is in the air sometimes, but it is, maybe.
Whatever those trails are called. Those
chemtrails?
Chemtrails.
No, not chemtrails. It's sentient.
God?
Aliens.
Aliens. Okay.
So Caleb has worked at Area 51, or a subsidiary.
He escaped. This is like those like Joe Rogan podcasts where he gets people that are like escaped or they've gone through something traumatic.
Like from Scientology or
yeah.
We are not in a usual studio right now.
No, we're not. I don't know if the sound's going to be any different. It doesn't matter that much. It should be fine. This is episode 20. We're in Ben's. Oh, did we already say where we were?
Nope. No.
We're in Ben's house.
Yeah.
Ben's room. And why is that?
Because we can't go downstairs.
No, it's Christmas break. It's Christmas break. And Caleb is actually here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he's back as well. And so we decided to reconvene.
Finally.
After some time.
Finally.
It's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve, actually.
Christmas. You know what that means.
Presents.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
And snow.
No.
Are we supposed to get snow?
Mate, I don't think
so. I think we may be out of luck.
It's going to be a dry Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, Santa Claus, how about you,
Yeah, we're not supposed to get
how
snow.
about you, give me some presents, Santa Claus, how about that?
Santa Claus, last year you weren't really pulling your weight.
Was I or wasn't I?
Are you Santa?
Yeah.
You weren't really pulling your weight, Santa Claus.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
Tell me.
I don't have to tell you nothing.
Blam, blam, blam.
Blam, blam.
Then we get a
Double
gunfight.
blammo.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Started blasting.
Christmas.
Christmas.
When do you go back? Okay, so Caleb, so you've been back for how many days?
What is today?
24th.
Currently is the 24th.
I've been back.
What day is it?
For 3 days.
Tuesday.
Been back since Saturday.
Okay.
So.
What have you been doing this Christmas break, and how long is it?
It'll be 13 days as of Saturday. So, we got about 11-ish left.
Okay.
And then technically not really 11-ish, more like 10 and a half days left because I'll have to use the last day to get back.
Okay.
So.
Do you have plans with family? Like, what are you doing for Christmas?
Tonight I'm going to my grandmother's for a Christmas party, I think. And then tomorrow as well, somewhere else, I think. Maybe my uncle. No, I already had. I don't know.
You're gonna go like play. You may travel a little. You're gonna travel a little bit for Christmas.
No more than like an hour drive.
Okay, so not too far.
Yeah.
I just had Christmas yesterday with grandparents, and then sometime this next week I'm going to my cousins as well.
Nice.
When you get back, what kind of are you gonna? Is this like a break? Like you're gonna be continuing the things you were doing this first? I'm kind of thinking of things in like semesters, but it's not like that for you. Are you gonna be continuing?
We will literally pick off exactly.
Pick off. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a rough couple of days going from probably getting up at around like 10 to noon and then going straight back to 05:45 every day.
Yeah.
Dude, that must suck waking up that late in the day all the time. 6 o'clock at night, dude, almost.
Hey, you know what? There actually is, so there's shifts. So I have day shift, and then there's swing shift and mid shift. So day shift is regular. It's like you wake up in the morning, you go to school, you come back in the afternoon. Swing shift is you wake up in the afternoon, go to school, come back at night. And mid shift is you wake up at night, go to school, come back in the morning. So
Yeah,
who gets
I don't
that job?
Yeah, that's the worst.
that is the worst easily. Swings is the best because since you don't have to technically wake up until like noon, everything is open during like the day. So like you can go to the post office, you can go to the BX, you can go to the mini BX, you can go to
What does BX mean?
Yeah,
base exchange. It's just like a little like
Secret
shop?
Santa.
It has a white elephant every day.
the main BX is just like a Kohl's, I guess would be a good kind of. It's like a Walmart. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a Walmart, but like with no food.
Like a clothing store. Oh, but it also
has like
other
like biking, like just sports equipment, like all that crap.
It's like Shields.
Yeah. yeah.
Kind of.
Department store.
Sure.
There we go.
That could work. That could work. And then there's the commissary, which is basically where you go to get food for dirt cheap, but also like really good food.
Okay.
It's nice. You can get like a 6-pack of Frappuccino, like Starbucks drinks, for the same price as it costs to get one out of the vending machine at the commissary. Like it's super cheap. Well, granted they're slightly different packaging, but like it's like 6 of the glass bottles versus one
Of the
double size like 16-ounce can.
Okay.
So it's really nice. There's a movie theater. There's a couple bowling alleys.
How big is the movie theater?
It's pretty big. It's one room, so they're only playing one movie at a time. But it's also like enormous. I don't know how many rows there are, but like it's one big. It's like there's like a stage and everything, and then there's a screen. It's like an actual theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had to plan out, if you were going on a date with someone at this base, what would you plan your date?
Yeah.
Like what would if you said you have a bowling alley, you got a movie theater.
Take her down to Shields.
Military Shields, military Kohl's.
No,
Sergeant Coles.
You know, like those packets, they have the gum and the candy and those. I don't know what they call it. If there's a word for them, but they have all the like cheaper stuff when you're walking to check out. They have like rounds of ammunition.
There, you can just like buy.
No, there is a firing range on base.
Whoa.
And a paintball
take her to the firing range.
And a paintball range.
Oh, that's fun.
I have not played there. I don't know if they rent gear or not, so I haven't gone yet.
That's pretty cool.
But I don't know. I guess I would just go to the bowling alley and then a movie. There's not that much to do. I can go off base, so there's phasing up. So I was phase 1 when I showed up. I was phase 1.
Phase up.
Phase 1 day 1 when I first got there, and then you have to wait 28 days to phase up to the next thing.
I love that movie.
So phase
like
1 day
levels?
1, I'm in uniform 24/7. So I'm either in PT gear or ABUs every single moment of the day.
To break you down, are you allowed to bathe?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, with the exception of sleeping, we could put on pajamas if we wanted, and then obviously bathing.
Do they give you pajamas that are like in the style of your uniform, but they're just like flannel?
No. Well, I had my own pajama bottoms to wear,
Okay.
So it was fine. Or you could just go to the main BX and get clothes.
Closed. Okay, makes sense.
And then so you're in uniform 24/7. So I'm either in PT gear or ABUs. But PT gear you can only be in 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after a workout. So usually you're just in ABUs.
Oh,
There's a lot of rules.
What do those two things mean? If you
PT gear is basically short shorts and a t-shirt, socks
nice.
and tennis shoes.
That's like Top Gun.
Yeah.
The volleyball.
Long socks?
I mean, they're white. They're just regular socks. They only go like up to.
Oh, so like tubes, like.
They're regular.
Tubular
They're regular.
socks.
Awesome. Okay, I was wondering.
And then you can wear black socks too, I guess. But and then ABUs is just like your generic Air Force uniform. You know, got the techno camo. Weird designs that are super. When you've looked at those for 5 months straight, you kind of get.
Have you ever beatboxed to someone?
On base?
No, I met somebody who was actually pretty good at it though.
Is it Skiller?
You should.
It was not.
You should have challenged him.
Yeah.
He was better than me easily.
Shoot.
Yes, but like it was just like the regular camo.
Okay.
Boots.
You're run of the mill,
boots.
like.
Yeah, I brought
clothing.
a pair of
Blended with the
ABUs
sky.
with me. Just in
Are you
case
do you have multiple?
Yeah, I have 4
pairs?
sets of ABUs and like 6 sets of PT gear.
Are the oh shoot, I already forgot. Not the short shorts.
ABUs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ABUs. Do you have
Moves.
different ones? Like
No,
different
they're all the same.
styles?
So
Low
so military. This is just general knowledge. Each branch has like its own acronym, I guess, for its uniform.
Uniform, okay.
So the Army right now is using OCPs, and the Air Force is now phasing in their own ACPs. So it's the same type of uniform. It looks very, very similar, but ours is better. So we're
More
about
pockets.
I think about 4 weeks, or no, about my 8th week of BMT, and I spent 13 weeks total, even though you're only supposed to spend 8 weeks there. On my 8th week of BMT, they finally started having
the new ones?
new flights in that were wearing OCPs, which was stupid. They're annoying. Seeing OCPs is annoying because it went from only ever seeing OCPs on NCOs and non-commissioned officers. Yeah, I'm dropping all these acronyms. I'm
You're
sorry.
making these up right now.
I'm not.
Ethan, what's your
I'm
favorite
not.
OCP story? I like the one where it's like the room,
Yeah.
and then when you watch the scientist walks in, and they turn their back, and then they turn into a piece of furniture inside the room.
What? What?
OCPs.
I don't know.
Is there an OCP that...
Are you talking about what?
No, it's SCPs.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Okay,
think.
that's what I was...
SCPs.
well, what I thought you were doing is like...
I don't know what.
Of course, we would never have an OCP
Okay,
story.
so the
I thought you were
acronyms
trying to,
actually
improv an
mean
OCP story.
Let's do that. Okay, so explain to me what OCP is again.
It's a type of... It's a
It's
uniform
just,
that
I don't
they... It's an
remember
old,
what the
it's an old
acronym is.
uniform.
It's not.
It's-
OCPs are new.
Those are the ones
Air
they're
Force
trying to
ones.
bring in.
They're trying to bring in ABUs are the old ones, which I know the acronym for ABUs. It's Airman Battle Uniform. That's yes. So that's what those are called. I don't
Okay,
remember
here,
what the
I have mine,
acronym means for
I might. So
OCPs.
I was at Chili's, and I was sitting down. I look across, and I recognize that this guy has an
OCP.
a PB&J on. He's got, wait, what's that?
OCP.
ABU. No, that's, ABU is an old one.
ABUs is the
One you're
modern
using
ones.
now.
The modern ones, yes.
All right, so he has an ABU on, right? And I'm like, I recognize
Yes,
that
ABUs.
because I know all the. I'm recognizing him from Caleb. I know him. All right, so I'm seeing. I'm looking at him, and I'm like, it's the table's set for two.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten he has 2 chilies in front of him, but he's only there's one for him, one for his friend.
Yeah.
So I look across and I'm like, who could his friend be? And this ABU guy, he's halfway through his chili.
Whoa.
So
Yeah, stood up.
then his friend, like the guy walks in and the room kind of quiets down. I can tell that he's of similar stature to this ABU guy. And he walks over and it's kind of dark, so I can't see. And then he walks into the light, and I'm like, oh no. He has an
OCP.
He has an OCP on. And the ABU guy turns around and throws up everywhere.
All over the OCP.
Yeah, and that's my story. He throws
So
up
the
everywhere.
ABU
was disgusted by the OBU.
all booty undulations.
That's my story.
All right.
Where
Where did this occur?
Chili's.
Oh,
It was on base.
Chili's. Interesting.
Yeah. All right. You were saying these guys are getting psyched. Yeah. So we're back to your. So they're finally starting to get.
Yes.
They're finally starting to get these new
And
ones.
seeing them is annoying because non-commissioned officers normally wear them because they just have the money to buy them. So they're like in the new uniforms already. And so now every single time, I mean, this is in tech school now. Every single time somebody in OCPs walks in the door, you have to check their rank to be sure it's not. So whenever
Yeah, what's your rank, bro?
no whenever an NCO
Like, what's your major? Like, what's your rank, bro?
whenever an
Everyone
NCO
has to check their rank, or just one
Whenever
person?
an
Can
Go around the
NCO
entire
yell it
room.
out.
I'm explaining that.
Private!
No, whenever an NCO walks into the room, you have to call the room to stand by and everybody has to
What's
like go to
NCO?
standby. Non-commissioned officer. So that's anything from between tech or staff sergeant and tech sergeant. Y'all are. So you have to go to standby, and what that basically means is everyone has to stand up and go to parade hest. I'm realizing how much like.
That's all right. No, every if we don't know something,
so parade
I
hest
don't
is
mind
just
being
a
being
stance
sorry.
that isn't at attention.
A
So
band.
the whole room has to go to standby, and then how it works is that when an NCO walks in, you go to standby.
Mm-hmm.
If another NCO comes in of the same rank, you don't have to go to standby. If another NCO comes in with a higher rank, then you do go back to standby. And so there's two problems with that. One is that we have prior service that are joined up again.
Okay.
Which basically means that they automatically get staff sergeant. So we have students with us that are staff sergeants,
Which are
which
like,
are NCOs.
the highest position you can get.
in the military.
No, not at all.
Number 2, I don't like it. I don't like doing that.
What?
I don't know. I just...
Okay. But yeah, so so we have student staff sergeants, and then we have staff sergeants that are also our instructors. So you don't have to go to standby for the staff
For
sergeants.
the students who
for
are
the students.
right. Okay. I get
But
you.
every single time new people come in, they don't know that they're students, so they call the room. It's really annoying.
Right.
And
constantly
then
standing up and
it
sitting
literally
down.
yes, it can be at times. And
Have
then
you accidentally stood up for a fellow peer? Or
I have not. I have
Embarrassing.
when I didn't know them, but immediately after like meeting them, I've understood. I play a lot of them in ping pong, so I kind of know them all
It's
pretty well.
kind of like asking for
win.
pronouns.
I-
oh,
it's
you're
like
well.
checking your rank.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's weird, but like we haven't had any like big people. The highest rank we have, I think, that has come in is a master sergeant. Like not so the
Master
ranking.
Chief.
There's chief master sergeant. There's no
Whoa.
master chief
Oh,
sergeant.
that's awesome.
Dude, how do we
That's
get
the
one
highest
of
rank you
those?
can get. That's the highest enlisted rank.
Like, how do
other
you
than
do
like
that?
there's you stay in for like 30 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, it takes a while. But yeah, so like just whenever they walk in, you have to go stand by. So now there's people in OCPs walking in, which immediately like takes your attention. Then the rank on OCPs is tiny. Tiny.
Okay, so you're saying it's difficult. It's annoying because you can't clearly see the
on
rank.
ABUs,
Okay.
it's like this huge thing on their shoulder, and on OCPs, it's this little square.
All right, that
Like
makes
just
sense.
tiny, and it's like that for a purpose. So like when you're in a combat environment, they can't tell who's who very easily, which is
Okay.
also why you don't do salutes in combat environments, so they can't tell who's the higher ranking officer.
They don't target.
Yeah, so they'll
No
just
targeting.
no targeting. You're cheating.
Gamo. I just took out a sergeant. Gamo.
But like it's literally this little like. I don't even know if it's a 2-inch by 2-inch square on your chest that has their.
Oh wait,
rank
so it's
on it.
tiny. It's not.
And
easy
it's
to see.
also like a similar shade to the rest of the outfit, so it's super hard to tell what their rank is, and it's so annoying. But yeah, every single time somebody in OCPs walks in, it just catches your attention.
Sure.
And then there's still some instructors that are in ABUs, and it's just
It's a mess.
It's
Are you gonna have to buy this new
I am.
new uniform? Do you buy like out of the 4 pairs that you have?
It's like
have you-
karate.
Do you
like
buy
you have to
them?
buy your new
So
belts.
when you first show up to BMT, they take that out of your paycheck. So you technically get them for free. You just don't get paid for the amount that it would cost to buy them.
Okay.
It's but I will have to pay full price for ABUs, which sucks. But
Okay. How much does that cost?
probably about $100 just for the pants and overshirt.
Whoa.
The undershirts they're pretty cheap. Socks are pretty cheap. Boots probably gonna be like $150, $200.
Jeez, what?
So it has a full set.
And then you have to get like 4
These
sets.
microtransactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's
the heck?
it's stupid. So now these kids walking around, they got their ABUs for free, and we're like, oh man, we have to buy them. But we can get OCPs. They cannot get ABUs. So it's kind of like, well, hey, you
So you're
got
kinda
that,
you're
but you're
flexing on
never
them.
going to be
Yeah.
able to wear these ever.
Mm-hmm.
So have fun with that.
What would you do if you caught one of those guys wearing your ABU?
I would be like, you're out of regs, go change.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No, they wouldn't, but they have no reason to listen.
Have you ever had to
Like,
physically confront someone yet?
Yeah.
I have not. I have been physically confronted, but it was in a joking
Whoa.
manner. That was hilarious. Oh, God.
Is that a story you want to tell?
That is not.
Alright,
That was not
I
supposed
respect
to
that, I
happen.
respect
Okay.
that.
No, yeah, it was just in
speculate
Medhold,
what
and we
happened.
were just
What?
screwing
Let's you and me
around.
speculate
Okay.
what happened
Well,
instead.
That's
think
gonna get
Caleb-
way out of hand real
I
fast.
think Caleb climbed into the wrong bed.
No. Oh, that reminds me of them. So in Medhold, I was in Medhold for 5 weeks.
What's Medhold?
So that's where you go when there's some type
Hospital.
of thing. So I failed the PT test because I have scoliosis, which makes sit-ups harder. And it's not that it's harder to do, it's that I'm slower. So I can't do the amount and I
time?
can't do I can't do them fast enough. So I was in Medhold for 5 weeks trying to get this PT test passed so I could go graduate. And one night, I don't remember why, but this guy was leaving the next day. I think he was going back to training. And he was leaving, and so we all decided that as a going away gift, we would get on his bed and then jump on it. So like it went from jumping on his bed to sitting down on his bed and bouncing on it. And there was 8 people on this bed sitting around it just going boom, boom,
Wait, who
boom.
was on it?
No, he wasn't on it. He was watching us.
So
from
why'd you
behind.
go? Oh.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We broke his mattress.
Oh, jeez.
There was like one of the springs just like didn't go back up. So
Oh.
that was funny. And then we went around and did that to like 3 people's beds. So
You guys are animals.
Medhold has very little supervision at all.
Nice.
That's how stuff goes down.
Actually,
Yo, meet me in the Medhold
yeah.
in 5.
So
I got
the,
this stuff.
one of the dorms below us had people get arrested for selling weed.
Dang, how'd they get it in there?
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Well, you can leave. You can leave.
No, you can't leave base in Medhold at all. Like
I bet they got it from.
they had.
Oh, was
had to
Medhold in a
have-
different?
This was
country?
back in BMT, so this
What
is.
if they go
This
off
is where I'm
base?
still a trainee. This isn't even I'm like an airman yet.
Are you an airman now?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, I have my
Whoa! I didn't know
This
that.
is the thing that says that I'm not. Yeah.
Yay! Can I touch it?
Yes, you can.
I have it in my
That,
hands.
is
now,
that the one where you have
ladies
to
and
flip it, and then if it's heads or tails, then the guy has to like.
No.
Buy you a drink or
no,
something?
that's
Hey
a
Ben,
different game.
if it's heads, you have to buy me a drink.
Alright.
This is heads.
Okay.
Do you ever phone the military time?
Yes, I do.
It's all.
Oh no! I never agreed to that.
I don't know. I
That's
don't know
pretty
which
cool.
side
I like
is heads
it.
or tails. Yeah, but yeah, there's just a lot of signifying. And then I have
That's pretty
coins, so you can just buy coins. They're just like little trinkets.
Hmm.
I have these for my squadrons. So this is my squadron during BMT when I first got there, and then this is my squadron now,
That's your gang.
kind of.
What does
Your
this
posse.
say?
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It says 3. What does it say? 300.
320 TRS.
Okay, I thought that was.
The
I
range.
honestly thought that was Arabic. I honestly thought that was Arabic. It
No.
looks like.
So we were
Real
the
suckers.
320 Gators. The 320 Gators.
Roll, Gators, roll!
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. How do you know
Alright,
that?
that's
'Cause
because
you
you wrote it in your
wrote-
letter, and we were like.
I was wondering. I was like, did I
You're,
say
you're,
that?
not,
roll,
you're not
Gator,
cleared for that
roll.
type of. To talk like that, Ethan.
No,
you're not
that's
high enough
fine.
clear.
Oh, you're right.
level.
No, and then the 365th in Shepherd is the Birds of Prey.
Whoa, that's
And then-
awesome.
Do you get a like? Get
I
a
think the
falcon?
best thing about the
No.
best thing about the military,
wish.
I think, is the you can come up with some cool names.
Yeah. We have like a whole.
Birds of Prey.
We have like a whole Jody just for our.
What's a
What's
Jody?
a Jody?
Oh god. So you know when you're marching and it's like 2, 3, 4.
It's like a
So-
song. It's like a march
Yeah,
song,
yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Why do they
like
call them
there's.
Jodies.
I don't know. The Marines thought it was funny that we called it that because like that apparently means something different for them.
Do you feel anger? Do you feel
Contentment?
negative emotions towards other branches? What has been festering inside? Like what has been
So-
planted in your mind about the other?
Yeah.
They're all dumb.
The other branches.
They're all very.
Now, are you aware that they have the same ideas about you?
Yes.
Does that
They don't. They have different. So
Okay.
so we're the chair force. So we're the guys who sit in our chairs all day and do nothing.
Okay,
That's
I
what
have heard that.
That's
I
their
have heard
view
that.
of us.
Okay.
And then the Air Force views the other branches as like, okay, so if you got the you've got the
Oh, so
Army.
the Navy. Okay, so
We don't really have yeah.
In the army, we call them losers.
They're just it's the Army. Like, what else do you have to say about that? Either?
Dummy.
Like, yeah,
no,
exactly.
explain.
So
you have the
it's
Navy.
just
Give us. Let's go. Let's back up. We have the Navy.
I don't
So
like the Navy
they
people.
are. Gosh dang it.
Just making more work for you than that.
Okay. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I not be saying that?
No, it's okay. Well. Okay. So what's like there? So they've
that is
acquired
what
that
they're
name,
called. Yeah.
right? So then what's
That's
behind
not even
it?
a name.
Like, what's there?
That's what they're called. That's just like we're saying like that. So there's airmen, right?
Yes.
And then
Landmen, the army.
I don't know. What
Landmen.
I don't know what they're called.
Seamen.
They're just they're probably just like grunts. I think they just get called grunts in the Marines and Army.
Okay,
but
so
like the Navy, they're
seamen. Yeah, right.
they're seamen.
I get it. But what that doesn't that's not derogatory.
I mean, in the way we use it is.
But like, what's their characteristics? Negative characteristic.
Okay. So
let's get to the bottom. We're really gonna try to hit home.
The tech school I'm at right now is a joint base. So I see Army and Navy people constantly.
Oh, gross.
Okay.
And I am
That's
constantly reminded of how, like, the Army guys are. Okay, so we go to the dining facility at noon every day, or 11:30 we go and we eat, and we have to be done by 12:15. Every single time we go over there, the Army people are all over by the pull-up bars, just screwing around. Like they're acting the part. They're acting
Okay,
the part.
So you're saying they're like a little bit more like thick-headed. They don't.
I don't know.
They're
They
silly.
still
They're silly
have.
little
They
boys.
still
They're silly
have.
boys, yeah.
There's some silly little boys.
They still have like MTIs there, military training instructors. They still have like the campaign hat military instructors with them constantly.
So they're like behind.
The Navy are a-holes.
Okay.
Every single time we walk past them, they're doing I don't know what they call them.
Battleship.
We call them sea shanties just because they're the Navy. I don't know what they actually call their jodies.
But you don't like them.
But it's not even that I
they
don't like
catchy?
them. They're all
Can you
like
sing
the
one?
same. The Air Force and Navy
That's a
jodies
good
are like
question.
really similar. It's
Okay.
just a military thing.
But they're always.
But they're always doing them to try and screw up our cadence. So they'll just like scream out something while they walk. Like they're just
Okay.
And
I get
then
that.
in the dining facility, like I've noticed their uniforms. So with our
Dining
boots,
facility?
DFAC, sure. There's another acronym for that.
No, wait, no. Did you say
Dining.
dying facility?
No, dining.
Dining.
Oh, dining.
Yes,
There we go.
dining
Jeez,
facility,
dining
DFAC.
facility.
Whenever I see them, I've seen very, very, very few Navy people that have their boots bloused properly. At the end of your ABUs, so your ABUs are just like regular pants, right?
Yeah.
But then you have this little elastic band that you have to hook around your ankle, kind of, and then you like curl up the pants inside of it. So I don't know.
It's just like part of the uniform.
Yeah,
It's like you have
it's
to.
just a requirement for the uniform. It looks better.
Okay.
And so what we do in the Air Force is we have our boots on, and then we blouse directly above the boot. So it's like touching, but it's not over the boot. Well, the only time we're allowed to do that is if it's like really, really cold outside and we don't want wind to like blow up our leg and it's super cold.
Yeah.
The Navy, I constantly see people with their boots bloused to like their ankle.
Too low.
Way too low.
Way too
I've
low.
seen one person ever that has their boots bloused properly.
Do you know if they have different protocols?
I don't, but why would they have their boots bloused and then not have them
Up. Above. Okay.
like it just doesn't make sense to me.
They're wearing like grass skirts and stuff.
No, like illegitimately though, because what's the point if when you don't have your pants or your ABU pants bloused, they're just down to your ankle, versus blousing them and then leaving them
at the ankle.
Like,
Okay,
what's
so it's
the
not.
point?
It's like you've done it, but you're not doing it. It's not even that much more effort to bring it up. Why?
Like
why
it
is
just
that
looks
happening?
lazy, and it's I don't know. That's what I've seen in the Navy.
Who else do we have?
Marines.
Who else do we have
Marines
left?
are actually pretty down to earth. I have two prior
Aren't
Marines.
Aren't the Marines like?
A few.
They're all.
What are the Marines?
They eat crowns. that's like
So they're like the army, but even more slow in the mind.
no.
But
honestly,
Marines are like. I think
haven't
of for some reason I think of the Marines as like the
Person
people
to
who are
person.
like very like special ops.
No, not all of them.
Okay.
There are like special operations, like the Navy SEALs. Like those guys are hard.
Okay.
But like
Are you gonna be one of those?
no.
Dang.
In the Air Force, they're like PJs.
Pajamas.
No, I don't know what that stands for, honestly.
Wait, what's the Navy SEAL equivalent for the Air Force?
PJs.
Oh, okay.
I think. Green Berets. I don't remember exactly what they're called.
Does every branch have like a special?
Special op?
Yes. So
Ooh,
Navy
what's the Army?
SEALs, Army has Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Air Force has PJs.
I have a guy in my calculus class who's a Ranger.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I got
honestly,
better than-
person to
I've played a Ranger
person,
before, so-
people from other branches are fine. Because I have two prior Marines in my class. They're both older than me. They're both in like their 30s, and they're fine. Like, they're normal people. But then when you see them in groups, they
get out of hand.
It's like, all right.
And you would
well,
disagree that the Air Force
You realize
gets like
yeah,
that
it's,
in a group.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
My squadron has been fine, but other squadrons have not been fine.
Okay.
Like the freaking crew dogs. I hate those guys.
Crew dogs.
Crew
yeah.
dogs!
It's like
they're all,
what's the group of people in Fallout. The rat.
I don't know. They're all back shop. So basically, what my job is
Tunnel
to
rats. Is
Yeah,
that the gang?
that's
the crew dogs.
Yeah.
The tunnel
no.
rats.
So my job is basically to diagnose problems with aircraft, and then get the part to fix them, or just go and fix them. What Backshop's job is to take requisitions from me. So I say,
Take orders.
hey, this is what's wrong with the plane. Here, fix this part, and then I put it back on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
The crew dogs are a bunch of... Like, the whole squadron. It's weird. We had a Air Force...
Who do they belong to?
They wear collars.
So you can very easily tell who's from what squadron because we all have to wear a reflective belt at night. It's just a safety precaution because people got hit by cars because they're stupid. And so the 365 reflective belt is like a goldenrod yellow, and then 364 is just like neon yellow, and then the crew dogs is white. And whenever I see a crew dog, they're just...
So they're not cool people.
They're not cool people.
Okay.
What is a crew dog? Why
They-
are
they-
calling them crew dogs?
Because their mascot is a bulldog.
Do you have a mascot?
Yeah. It's
What's your mascot?
Birds of Prey. I just showed you the coin.
Well, I was just.
I
you can
thought-
this is a lot of information.
Yeah, I
to
thought
take
birds
in.
of. I thought that meant like that's what division it was or
No,
something. I don't
Birds of
know.
Prey. This is our squadron design. Yeah,
Does
it's
your
an
mascot have a
owl,
funny
and
name?
everything. It doesn't have a name. It's just Birds of Prey.
Billy.
So everything on this coin is actually a reference to something we've learned or will learn. I don't know what YEOL means. I don't remember what TO means, but there's a 20-sided die. There is a little
You played
a
D&D?
little potion thing that has PFM on it. I haven't learned that over there. And then there's
fart machine.
I'm bleeping that out.
and then there's a I don't know what it's supposed to, I don't know. It's just this orb, and then it has E over I times R.
It's like a math equation.
Yes, so it's current, it's voltage over current times resistance, and that's just how.
Oh, it actually
that's
is
like
a
that's
equation.
Ohm's law is what that's called. Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
it's just stuff.
So everyone in your squadron, this is like. They're all learning the same thing as you, right? You're placed with
everyone
people who are
in
learning the same
AVF,
things.
everyone in my squadron, everyone that's still in AVF is learning the same thing as you. When you get to follow on, then you start learning more in depth stuff. But yeah, I've taken so many. Okay, so our books that we get and what we learn in class is technically classified, but then everything
Tell
that
us
we
one thing that's classified.
Yeah, tell us.
I'm getting to that.
I'll bleep it out.
Everything,
Oh, yeah.
everything that we have learned, you can find on YouTube.
Oh, that's no fun.
So the information
anything really
in the book
classified?
that we have is classified. If I took a picture of that, I would get kicked out. But then everything in that book is
on
common knowledge.
Like 2 + 2 = 5.
It's not that in depth. Just really, really basic electronics work, like wiring, circuitry, stuff like that.
for
Wait, why would
these
that be
planes.
classified?
For these,
No, that's
like,
the thing though. We're not even learning about the planes yet. We're just learning the basics.
Are you learning things specific to the things you're gonna be working on? Because that I
No,
could see. It's like,
that's
this
what the
is how these
follow-
aircraft work. Maybe that could be classified.
No,
But,
we
yeah.
we will not learn any of that until our follow-on. So that'll be, I think, around April for me when I start doing that,
Okay.
or I might be getting done in April. I can't remember.
What branch of the military has the cutest boys?
The Navy, but they're all gay, so
Well, that's a plus.
That's good. Wait, that's good.
Yeah, no, the Navy. I've seen the most pretty boys in the Navy.
Could you see someone without any clothing on and tell
Why am I looking at
branch?
someone?
You're in the shower.
No, because we all have military cuts. Like I would
the
not be
steam
able to-
clears.
Yeah.
You've turned on. You've been in the shower for about 5 minutes. You're lathering up. You're in the middle of
turn
just
around.
brushing your. You're
There's a
lathering
man
up your
standing
head.
behind me.
You
What
turn.
branch is
The
it?
steam clears about 10 feet away. You see a boy. You see all of a boy. What branch is it? Could you answer the question? Could you answer the question? What branch of the military is he from?
I'm honestly might be able to, depending on like if you have any tattoos or something.
Okay.
Because like Marines get like sleeves, like that's.
Are you gonna get
fairly
a
common.
tattoo?
I'm not.
Why not?
There's people. There's people. Have you guys watched JoJo?
No, I
A
didn't
little
see
bit.
that.
One season.
So you know how they have the Joestars have like that birthmark that's just a tattoo of a star.
Yeah.
There's people that have that.
Oh yeah.
In my squadron, we're all nerds. It's.
You should get a 7 Deadly
I
Sins
should not.
tattoo. Oh, that'd be so cool.
You get a death note.
That would be
What's
so
his name?
cool.
What's his name? Oh no.
That would be awesome. Get a dragon tattoo.
Naruto.
Please.
Naruto.
Wait. What's his name?
Naruto.
Is it in the show or is that person
A
friend?
legitimate person that I've met that
Friend,
is
okay.
at tech school.
You know him.
I do know him.
I saw someone with a fairy tale tattoo
Really?
on their ankle. Yeah.
There's people with those too. I can't remember his name. He has Meliodas'.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty sick. Hey Ben, if you had to get a 7 Deadly Sins tattoo, what would you get?
I'd get the one of.
Okay, wait. Tattoo designs.
I've never seen that show.
Okay, well, hopefully
That's-
they have a collection.
there you go.
Here it is. Okay, and ignore this. Oh, this is not a good. Wait,
What?
this is the. Wait,
That's Meliodas'.
are these all 7 Deadly Sins tattoos? Are
Yeah,
these the real
those
ones?
that's from the anime.
I've only seen this one. What is.
Oh, have you not seen other sins?
No, I've seen the snake, I've seen the dragon, I've seen the fox.
Okay.
And then I haven't seen,
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I haven't
Okay.
seen Kings yet.
King.
Is he the lion?
King is the lion. Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, King is the. I think he's the bear. Sloth. Yeah, he's the bear.
Okay. Yeah, you should get the dragon. That'd be sick.
It's been done, Ethan.
Well, you have to.
Oh. And there's a lot of like regulations right now. They're getting rid of them, a lot of them, but there's like a lot of regulations for getting tattoos now. You have to like alert your commanding officer. They have to okay it, and then you can go get a tattoo.
Why?
I don't know, but they're getting rid of a lot of them because it used to be like really, really frowned upon, I guess, to get tattoos in the military. But now people are like, all right, well, as long as we can't see it, no one cares.
Okay.
So
There's this guy at our college that I keep seeing like once a week. He's got like probably about 19. He's got.
Oh,
a
we've seen him
tattoo on
every.
his
Yeah,
neck.
I would wager. I've seen him probably.
I see him.
I
at
see him
least
multiple
once a
times.
week.
Yeah, multiple times. I would say multiple times every week. He has a giant rose tattoo on his neck.
Yeah.
He has approximately 3 leaves and 2 pieces of pineapple for every meal. He's tiny. He's very petite.
He is.
He always has headphones. He's kind of has like his
He's
chin
vibing.
raised. Yeah, he's vibing, and that's a good word for it.
yeah.
Okay, I think as a closer, what's your favorite military lingo you've learned so far, or maybe give us your top 3. Maybe
Top three favorite
Top
military
three
lingo.
military lingo.
And then I'll give my top 3 too.
Civvies, that can be for
Civilian?
like civilians or like civilian clothing. It can just be
Okay.
either one. It's just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go back to my dorm and put on some civvies.
Sick.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't really. There aren't really favorites. There's not a lot of like terms.
All right,
for
give
them.
us some that we wouldn't expect.
SECFO, so security forces. That I
Okay, what are
hadn't
those?
heard that one either, honestly, for a while. My brother uses it, and some people at tech school use it, but I did not hear it while I was in BMT.
Okay.
I got 3 my favorite one.
Oh gosh.
Do you have one more?
Oh wait, do you have one more?
If he has one more.
Oh, okay.
Can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. Ben hit us with yours. I'm sure they're gonna be.
All right, number 3, plump.
plump.
That's when you see a guy in your battalion and fill it and he's looking good. You say,
Oh, yeah. You're looking plump, man.
Oh, we're like, oh, gosh.
All right. My number 2 is binoculars. We like to call them binocs.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying the word is binocs.
Yeah.
It's like your abbreviation for
Okay.
binoculars. Okay.
And then number 1 is hey man, want to come and watch Breaking Bad with me in my room? And then that's code for hey man, you want to go do some sit-ups because health is very important to us, and we need to make sure that we stay in shape.
And that's code for.
That's code for we're gonna get
kiss.
smack. Oh no.
like superior's like, where are you going to watch Breaking Bad? It's like, no, we were just going to do some sit-ups. Okay, good.
Oh, and then there's like yeah, and then. Yeah, it's coded. The more secure you want to be, the more lines of text. You just keep going down.
My other favorite is PB35. It stands for possible battalion.
Pod 35. It's a mystery battalion. Yeah. It's a battalion. It's a myth. It's a military myth.
Yeah, possible battalion.
Possible battalion. It's like if we're in trouble, or there was a myth that PB 35 like would come and save.
Wait, are you sure? Because like the possible battalion I've heard of is like you got dudes in different battalions and they're like, those guys work really well in a battalion together.
So it's like
right, that's a possible battalion.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Now that you say that, I remember that's what it is. Yeah, like that's a PB. It's like shipping people. Like military.
All right. My final last favorite is go for it, Kevin. Go for it.
No, go ahead. It was just like
I don't know it yet. I'm so
Ethan saying they were all boys made me think of it. But like how strict they are in BMT about gender, like so you could go up to a female in BMT and be like, yo, what's up? And like talk to them and get just absolutely destroyed by an MTL. But
what's
then
an MTL?
Or MTI, military training instructor.
Oh, okay.
But then a girl could walk up to you and just like talk up a storm and no one says anything until you start talking. Like it's so weird.
Oh.
So a while back, like a couple years a couple years ago, like there was a huge scandal about a bunch of MTIs like doing not good things with trainees. And like the most notable one was like as a punishment an MTI made all of the trainees, and 50 people per flight, mind you, strip down, go into the bathroom and do push-ups on top of each other as a punishment for something.
That's really difficult. That seems like
that sus as super sus. But yeah, that was like one of the big. They're like, wait, this is actually happening, and so like they cracked down on that a lot. So now it's to the point where like you can't even talk to a female without fear of getting yelled at.
Okay.
Obviously there's like caveats to that to like, so like if you had to directly like talk to a female for like some type of training purpose, that's one thing. But like you would very rarely even have another female in your class with you when we're like learning stuff. But then you get to tech school and it's like, sup, you got 4 girls in your class, have fun. It's just like, oh, we can be normal people now.
So it's fine now.
It's fine now, but like it's just such a stark difference, and it seems really unnecessary.
Okay.
Granted, people still do stupid stuff during BMT and get caught, and that's probably why it's still so strict.
Have you ever caught someone?
I have not.
You want to?
I do not. But like, so the first day I got back to my new flight, just got out of med hold, brand new flight 763. We're having a great time. I'm starting to learn everybody's names. And then we all get called into the briefing room. And our MTI, I keep saying MTL. MTI comes up to us and says, all right, so this happened at Seaburn, and this happened at Seaburn, and this happened today. You got 15 minutes to find out who did this, or you're all getting U's for the week of training. It's
U's?
unsatisfactory, and that would go on my record for like the next like.
So you guys had to like deduce.
Yeah, like sleuths.
So here's
I bet
the
they
thing.
made the situation
Here's the
up
thing.
to increase like
Here's the
to
thing.
give you some extra.
The females,
stats and
the thing that happened that they
deductions.
said that happened that day, the females made up. They were trying
Made
to
out?
No, they they completely made it up. They were trying to get us in trouble. And then the stuff at Seaburn that happened was blown way out of proportion. So it's like
So they were doing. You were getting too much.
So no, so this flight was like getting torn apart apparently since day one. I wasn't with them the entire time, but like their brother flight, cousin flight, sister flight, all were constantly.
Stepdad flight.
Don't worry about it. They're all like constantly trying to get them in trouble, like constantly. Like they had probably like 6 people get recycled. Like.
Turn them into new people. It's a new military technology. That's classified.
Oh no. What is happening? No, they had like 6 people. A recycle is just getting moved back like a couple weeks or more or less.
Okay.
It could be. It's just a punishment for doing something wrong. They had like 6 people have that happen to them. And then like all because of stuff that all the like flights did to them. Like they didn't really do anything, but the other flights were just like trying to get them. I don't understand.
All right, I got a new military slang. All right, this one's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Back in my days in the army in the late 60s, there's this word that we use called gwumpy. Whenever someone in your battalion was having a bad day, dude, that guy's gwumpy.
What have I started?
You feeling gwumpy today? It's like,
Are you okay? Breathe.
are you grumpy? No, gwumpy. And then it was kind of common knowledge. Like you know how you say yes or no, sir. You say grumpy.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go. You're supposed to go like well bit. I feel a little bit grumpy, and then kind of kick the dirt around.
No. Well, I brought that upon myself.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Do you
word.
have any military slang, Ethan, that you remember?
No, I think you took all mine.
I can't believe you didn't remember grumpy.
No, I can't believe it either. Oh my gosh. Okay. Man. All right. Anything else? Oh my word. Okay. That's about it for me.
I got one. I got a cat. Alright, so
It better be better. I don't know how you could top Gwumpy. I don't know how you could top Gwumpy.
Alright, so this it was actually not really it was just a nickname we gave this guy in our battalion, and he wore like Harry Potter glasses.
Yeah.
Right? So we called him Potter, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was notorious for making our ammo disappear in times of like battle. He'd like hide it and stuff. He'd like make the ammo disappear because he was Harry Potter.
So stupid.
And he's like,
What was he hiding it all?
in his underwear.
Oh, it's a dad.
It's a dad and a half.
That wasn't as good as Grumpy.
No, but you really set the bar high.
Yeah,
did.
You set the bar high.
really
That's
did.
hard to.
It's hard to top.
Well, Harry Potter got Section 80'd. So,
What is that?
I don't know. What does that mean, Caleb?
I don't know. We had the.
I thought that was a military term. It might be a police term.
We had 6 tangos. That's like the.
Like the dance. That's
They're
like
either
the
a
next
danger
thing.
to themselves or others.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like a whole dorm of people. So
It's like Abel.
here's something smart. Let's take all the people that want to kill themselves and all of the people that want to kill other people and put them in the same dorm.
See what happens.
Together.
wait. So like on the question of like, are you thinking about?
How did
yourself?
they just had like there were some mental things going on?
Yeah, so the third week when I first got to BMT, we actually had a guy in our flight try to kill himself. I don't know how. I wasn't there for it, but it was just like, it was a really big deal for people in BMT trying to get out by like trying to commit suicide.
Isn't
Weird. It's not that difficult to do that. Like I understand the dude was 19, married, and had a kid already. So
Whoa.
like he probably had a lot of stress in life.
That could be you.
But
it could be me. It could be any of us.
yeah, like I don't know. Like he obviously had a lot of stressors, but I honestly don't think it was that big of a deal to go that route. Obviously, I didn't know his mental state, what was going on with him, but like going through the only week of BMT where I legitimately did not want to be there anymore was the first week. And after that, it was kind of just smooth sailing. Okay, you get up, go to class, come back, chill out, go march for like 3 hours, like just like yeah, like nothing too difficult. So I don't know. He had a lot of problems. I don't know what exactly happened to them. I know they admitted him to the hospital for a short period of time, and then so all the 6 tangos are put on high priority ELS, which is basically
Electric Light Orchestra.
No. Which is just a term for separation. So like they're high priority, they get out fast. That's
Okay, so they
really the fastest way out of BMT other than just getting out on time. Now, I almost want this route is where you ELS after without like some major life-changing event, I guess. I don't really know how to say. You're not high priority.
Okay.
And
these guys
that
were
can
high priority.
they're high priority.
Okay.
So it took them probably like 2 weeks to get out versus me being there probably would have taken 3 to 4 weeks to get out. And at that point, like I was already past the 6 week of training. Like there was no reason for me to leave per se, but I was also literally at the very last chance I had. So I was kind of preparing for the worst.
Okay.
But worked out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ben, I think Caleb should close us out.
How do I do that?
Easy do that. Oh yeah. Here you go, Caleb.
Test it. Oh, we have the sheet music for the outro in front of Caleb. So Caleb will count you down, and
There it
then
is right here.
you start.
Oops.
Yeah, let's get the sheet music in front of them.
All right, I'm getting the sheet music out.
Okay. Yep. All right. So, let's count them down.
1, 2,
Two,
1,
three,
2,
go.
4.